We do hear about lot of conflict between parents and their children. The communication breakdown is a major issue for many parents. It's also a problem for the children. They complain that their parents don't understand them. They're not ready to listen to their world, their needs. My name is George Matthew. I am a certified NLP practitioner trained with Master NLP coach Yogendra Singh Rathore. I am also an author of a parenting book called Making of a Parent. This is my book. This book is available in Amazon. In today's topic, we discuss about the communication between the parents and children. Before going into the topic, let me bring your attention into few basics communication structures. As a human, we communicate at three levels. We communicate with other people around us. We communicate to ourselves. That's the self-talk happening continuously in our head. At a third level, we communicate with the universe. Some people may wonder, what does it mean? We communicate with the universe. Our body continuously interacts with the environment around us. If there is a temperature change, humidity change, we understand through our interaction with our environment. This is an example of our communication with the universe. In this discussion, we discuss mainly with respect to the communication with the people around us. Let me bring up another picture. We communicate with the people around us using three different ways. Definitely, we communicate with the people around us using the words. But also, when we communicate with the people, even though we use the same words, we communicate differently using the same words to different people. Based on the tonality, the meaning changes. When I tell I love you to my wife, is different from when I say I love you to my children. The tonality totally changes. The meaning also changes accordingly. We do communicate with our other people using our body language. Many times we can, before even somebody utter their any word, we know, what he or she is going to talk. Our body communicate a lot. The people who studied about these patterns says that 55% of our communication is through our body language. Even when we are talking, even with the tonality, what other person receives mainly through our body language. That is huge chunk, 55%. And the tonality of our words and voice decides 38% of our communication. And only 7% of our communication is decided by the words we use it. Let us park this idea and let us go back to our topic, the communication between parents and children. As we were expecting a child into this world, we were ready to do anything for that child. As the baby enters into in the world, we start communicating with the child, the infant. We act like them, we move our body, we make the sounds what they make. And what about after a few months, if they start making some words, start talking some words, we start repeating those words. Once the baby start crawling, we are ready to crawl with them. Go under the bed, go under the table. We are on the floor with them. And we talk the way child is talking, not the way we talk to an adult. We use the simple words, mostly the words the child understand, the small words, simple words. So basically, that gives them comfort. In my counseling practice, I never had a complaint from any parent saying that I have a communication problem with a 2-year-old child or infant baby, or a 4-year-old baby, or a 8-year-old baby, or a child. But the problem starts once the child hits the puberty, once they reach the adolescent stage, the teenage period. Not in years, physically and mentally. So what happens at puberty? A child is actually turning into an adult. Even though in a society we call an adult at the age of 18 or 21, but by the onset of puberty, the child is start experiencing the world differently. He or she looks at their parents, father as a male, mother as a female. And they try to see the situations differently. They try to learn to respond to different situations differently. Communicate with different genders differently. They associate and dissociate with the genders. This is a period they start learning many things. So what happens during this learning period? They try different options. They see, and sometimes they are not sure whether they are, what kind of a response they should be giving to certain requests. They are just trying to understand whether it is appropriate or not appropriate. So during this period, what happens? Many parents start feeling disconnected from their children. In fact, they are trying to understand the world of adults. So let us go back to our earlier behavior as parents. When our children were infants or toddlers, we used to communicate the way they understand. We were ready to enter into their world. We used to talk the way they were talking. We used to talk with the words they were using it. But once they reach the puberty and they start communicating differently, when they try communicating differently, we find it difficult. So how do we tackle the situation? If you learn from our earlier days of communication with the child, we have the solution in it. We need to enter into their world of reality. That is totally different from what we experience. We should be able to talk the tonality of their communication, the way they understand, the words they use. I'm not telling that you need to be concerned about your culture, values, social practices, the language, etc. But there are many innocent words each generation adopt in their language. There is no harm in using those words. Once we start using those words and we understand their way of communication, half the problem is solved. The question is, how do we do it? As I mentioned earlier, once the child reaches puberty, they are actually adults. Sometimes we call young adults, but I consider them as adults only. Because they need the kind of a respect of an individual in all respects. And how do we communicate with an individual, an adult, another adult? We need to build rapport with that person before we start communicating with that person. So, how do we build the rapport with them? We need to match and mirror their activities, their actions, their physiology, which we used to do when they were small, infants or babies. And we need to match their tonality. We should use the words they use it. I'm not going in detail into those techniques. In case somebody would like to have a help on those aspects, I'll be able to help. You may contact me directly. Once we build the rapport with our children, it is easy to communicate with them and easy to lead them, give them guidance, and they'll be ready to accept your guidance. Without building rapport with your children, it is very difficult to communicate with our children. So, most important thing is building the rapport with your children. Rest of the things you know how to do it, because we were all doing it with the same child during their infant age years and toddler years. Hope this information is useful for you. I'll be posting more videos on similar lines and mind and NLP. If you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and enable the bell icon so that you get an alert. See you in the next video.